Hello friends, I'm going to start the mutual fund illustration number 21 CMA final SFM. Please read the questions here. Look at here. Evaluation of funds. Evaluation of funds performance by Jensen Alpha. What is the Jensen Alpha? This is your expected return minus expected return as per CAPM. Actually, this is the Jensen Alpha. Okay. In this case, this is expected return is assumed to be actual return. Actual return given in the question, and this is expected as per CAPM is risk free plus beta RA minus RA. Okay, this is maybe positive, zero or negative. In the case of positive, it is said to be undervaluation. We should buy the security. In the case of zero, this is said to be correctly priced. We should hold the security. In the case of negative, this is overvaluation. We should sell the securities. Okay. Undervaluation, correctly priced, overvaluation. We should buy. We should hold. We should sell. This is the provisions as per Jensen Alpha. Okay. In the given questions, what is this? Somnath invested have the floated in the equity based fund scheme called X Cube. The fund which will be invested only in the stocks and bonds of infrastructure and construction companies. 60% of the funds invested in the companies engaged in the commercial construction services, and 40% of the company engaged developing the residential colony township. Okay, the weight of this commercial construction company, that is 0.60, and developing residential, this is the weight is 0.40. Average beta return from the development of residential township is measured as 0.19. This is a residential township, that is 0.19. That from the commercial construction is 1.4. That is, suppose this company is a commercial construction and this is a residential. This is the weight of commercial construction. Beta of the commercial construction is 1.9, and this is the weight of residential. Beta of the residential is 1.40. This is given here. Residential township measure. Okay, average beta of the residential township. Residential township is the beta is beta of the residential township is 0.90, and the commercial residential township is 0.90 and commercial construction is 1.4. This is the 1.4. This information is given. The benchmark index is index yield. Benchmark index yield. This is said to be the return of the market portfolio. And RBI bond carrier interest rate. This is said to be the risk-free rate of return. These all are given for the calculation of actual returns and expected return as per CAPM. Ascertain the Jensen Alpha from the following monthly particulars are related to XQ. This is a January closing net assets value. This is a February. This is March. These are the given closing net assets value. Then what will be the opening net assets value of the January is given 17.75. Now you have to calculate Jensen Alpha. The formula of Jensen Alpha, you need to calculate actual return and you have to calculate expected return as per CAPM and find the difference between these two. Okay. Now calculation of actual return from the investment. Working note. First, calculation of actual return from investment. actual return from the investment. Okay, this is a month. In this case, opening net assets value, closing net assets value, there are the dividend distribution, dividend distribution. Now capital appreciation, capital appreciation, capital appreciation. Then you write total return. This is a return percentage. Return percent. This is the month of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. This is your December. These informations are given here. What is the opening net assets value of January? Opening net assets value of January is 17.75, and this net assets value is 18.60 is a closing net assets value. Okay, please write here 17.75, 17.75. This is 18.60, 18.60. Is there any dividend distribution? No dividend. Dividend payment is only in February and June. February and June. Just I am going to write here. February dividend payment is 0.75, and June this is 1.20. June this is 1.20. No dividend payment. Now capital appreciation. Capital appreciation is a 1.80 minus 1.75. You write here. How will you write here? 1.80. Capital appreciation in January. This is a closing net assets value 1.60. 1.60. 18.60 minus opening net assets value. This is 17.75. So this will be 18.60 minus 17.75, and this will be 0.85. 0.85. This is a 0.85. This is a capital appreciation. You write here 0.85. No dividend yield, total return. This is a 0 plus 0.85, 0.85, because there is a no dividend distribution. Now percentage, 0.85 divided by opening net is 17.75 into 100. This is the way of calculation. 0.85, 17.75 into 100. This is 4.79. This is 4.79%. In this way, all the percentage will be calculated. In the case of February, this is a closing net assets value for February. This is a closing net assets value for February. Opening net asset value for February will be the closing net assets value for January. Okay. And opening, this is a closing net asset value. Closing net asset value for February is 17.80. Opening net assets value for January will be equal to closing net assets value of January. Closing net assets value of January. So in this case, you will write here 18.60 is the opening net assets value for February, where it is the closing net asset value for January. And closing net asset value is just 17.80. You write here 17.80. Then what will be the capital appreciation? Capital appreciation 17.80 minus 18.60. Here 17.80 minus 18.60. This will be the negative. 17.8 minus 18.6. This is a minus 0.80. Okay, you write here minus 0.80. Now what will be your return, total return? Capital appreciation, total return. In total return, you have to calculate here in total return. Total return, capital appreciation plus dividend distribution. Dividend distribution. Capital appreciation is a minus 0.80 and dividend distribution is 7.5. This is a minus 0.50. 0.50. So you write here minus 0.80, 7.5, that is minus 0.50. This. In this case, how will write minus 0.50 divided by 18.60 into 100. This will be minus 0.27%. Minus 0.27%. Okay. In the case of March, opening will be just 17.80. 17.80. 18.20. Note this. And capital appreciation is calculated same as this, 0.40. This is the 0.40. This percentage is calculated 2.25%. Okay. In the case of April, 18.20. And this is the 18, no dividend distribution, minus 0.20 minus 0.20. This is the percentage minus 1.10 percentage. Okay, this is the 18, 17.80, no dividend distribution, minus 0.20 minus 0.20 percentage minus 1.110 minus 1.110. June. In June, this is 17.80, 16.80. Capital depreciation will be 16.80 in June. Capital appreciation 16.80 minus 17.80 minus 1. Okay, that's why you write minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1.20, 0.20. 0.20. Percentage return is 1.12%. 1.12%. Similarly, in the July, 16.80, 17.20. Capital appreciation will be, in this case, no dividend distribution. Capital appreciation will be 0.40. This is 0.40 and percentage 2.38%. 2.38%. Similarly, in this case, 17.20, 17.80, no dividend distribution. Capital appreciation is 0.60, percentage return will be 3.49%. 49%. In the case of this 17.80 September, 17.80, 17.90, this is 0.10, 0.10, and this percentage is 0.56, 0.56%. Now this is 17.90, 18.10, this now this is 0.20, 0.20, a percentage is 1.12%. This is 18.10, 18.80, this is 0.70, 0.70, percentage is 3.87, 3.87%. Okay, in the case of December, this is 18.80 and closing 18.50. No, this minus 0.30, minus 0.30, a percentage is minus 0.30 divided by 18.80 into 100, this is a percentage 1.60%. Okay, now in this case dividend distribution is 1.95%, 1.95%. Total return is 2.70%, and this return is 15.50%. Okay, in this case we have calculated percentage return of each month and percentage return of whole 1 year. Okay, now computation of beta of we need to calculate in working note. Calculation of portfolio beta, calculation of portfolio beta. What is the portfolio beta? You have beta of look at here, there are two companies here. Beta of commercial construction, beta of commercial construction, and beta of commercial construction and weight of commercial construction. Beta of commercial construction, weight of commercial construction, beta of residential commercial, weight of residential. That this is the beta of commercial construction is a 1.40 into weight is 0.60. Residential is 1.90 into 0.40. At this beta you have 1.60. Working note, calculation of portfolio return, calculation of this already. Now calculation of expected return as per CAPM, calculation of expected return as per CAPM. This return is risk-free rate of return beta RA minus RF. Look at here. In the given question, risk-free rate of return is given 4.25%. Here it is, and market return 11.20%. 11.20%. In this case, this is 4.25% plus beta 1.60%, 1.60, 11.20% minus 4.25%. This is 15.37%. Now We can calculate Jensen alpha. Computation of return under Jensen alpha. Computation of which you have to calculate. Computation of return under Jensen's alpha. That is actual return minus return as per CAPM. Actual return we have already given, we have already calculated. This is a 15.50%. This is a 15.50 annual return, 15.50%. This is 15.50% minus return as per CAPM 15.377%. 37%. The difference is this is 0.13%. It means it is positive. It is undervaluation. Hence, portfolio performance is better than market, and we should buy the securities. We should buy the security. I had convinced there are 3 cases here. This is a positive, this is 0, this is a negative. There may be 3 cases. This is said to be undervaluation. We should buy the security. This is said to be correctly priced. We should hold the security. This is said to be overvaluation. In this case, we should sell the security. This is not performing good. This is as good as it market. This is a performing securities, performing portfolio better than market. Okay, this is a good questions. Please revise these questions and like, subscribe and share my videos.